Yeah, yeah. Baby, baby, you're my sun and moon. Girl, you're everything between. A lot of pretty faces could waste my time, but you're my dream, girl. You make flowers bloom. Girl, you make the stars collide. And I don't know what I did to get lucky like this, but it sure feels fine. Cause you give me love and affection. I give you all my protection. I'm trying to stay by your side till the day I...
Hi guys, for those of you who know me, you already know I'm just here. Those who don't, I'm just here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I'm asking you to please like, share, subscribe, comment, ask any questions you have, and I'll be sure to answer them. So what I'll be talking about is my family, how we migrated from Jamaica. So we migrated in 2021 in February. I came here as an international nurse. I was recruited by an international agency. My family was able to come along with me, so that was awesome. However, it hasn't been steady and easy sailing. There has been ups and downs. Moving from my little country and coming here, there's so much differences. The culture is different, the environment is different, everything is different. How I do my job is different. The conditions I see, the people I meet is different. So I'm used to doing, for example, paper charting. Here I come and I have to be charting on the computer. So I have to learn your computer system. I have to learn about these different diagnoses, because trust me, there is a whole lot of things that I don't see in Jamaica that I see here. But I just want to share my experience on how the process has been so far. It has been a long way. It has been a hard journey. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I just came here, I thought I couldn't do this. I was like, why did I leave my country? I could do this back home. I could do that back home. There's so much that I could do back home that I can't do here now. I didn't have any money, because when I came here, have to get an apartment to live in. Guess what? You have to make down payment for that apartment. You have to pay first month rent. The agency that brought me here, they're gonna get you a brand new car. So you're gonna get a 2021 vehicle, and I came here in 2021. And the monthly payment for that is very expensive. So I was like, oh my God, how do I do this? How do I pay the bills? How do I send the kids to school? Because my kids are pre-K. They were 4 when they came here, so they are pre-K age. So that age group don't go to school for free. And I was looking up and oh my God, I have twins. Let me tell you, it was like $300 a week for pre-K. But let's go all the way back to the beginning. So we came here, we got a house, we got an empty apartment. There was nothing in it. So what I made sure there was a TV for the kids to watch, because I know that, guess what, they're gonna want to watch TV. And I started with 3 earbeds. Yes, that's where I'm coming from, an empty apartment with 3 earbeds and a TV, because the kids need the TV. The earbuds were comfortable. They were comfortable nonetheless, but we sat on the floor. We eat dinner on the floor. But we were determined, my husband and I, Garfield, we were determined that, guess what, we are gonna do this. I've had sleepless nights. I've cried. I've asked myself, why did I leave Jamaica? The more you make here is the more taxes you pay. If you make a certain amount, you can't get a certain type of insurance, because they're like, okay, you're making over the bracket. Even though I don't think I'm making enough to survive, but they're thinking you're making this amount, so you cannot get that type of insurance. If you don't have insurance in this country, you can't go into those doctor's office, because nobody is gonna see you. Nobody. So I'm like, okay, we have to make this work. We're already here, so we're gonna have to make it work. So Garfield got a job, I think about maybe 2 months after he came here. So he got a job in April, and I was working the night shift. The night shift is not something night shift in Jamaica and here is totally different. 12 hours of night shift, you cannot sleep on that night shift. you get 30 minutes break. Tell me, what can you do in 30 minutes break? You can't even drink some coffee to keep you awake. So that's that. I'm like working the 12 hours night shift. It wasn't easy for me because I have toddlers. They're 4 years old. I have to come home to them in the morning, so it was very hard. But I'm like, I need to make ends meet. So guess what? I'm gonna take a second job, and I start working 2 jobs. It wasn't easy. On my day off, I was here at the other job, so it was very difficult. Garfield started working, so things got a little bit more easy, and we started saying, yeah, we can do this. We prayed day and night, because guess what? God is the forefront of everything, and if he's not in it, then it's not gonna ever work out. So it has been a journey, and I was able to work with my agency for 6 months. I was able to leave after 6 months because I was determined that, guess what, I need more than this. I need to give my kids a comfortable life. I need, what was at the back of my head was that I brought them here. I uprooted their life. Garfield had a steady job back home. I uprooted their life. So I need to give them that life that they're gonna be comfortable with. Right? So after 6 months, I left my agency. I became a travel nurse. It was nerve-wracking. It was nerve-wracking because guess what? I've only been in this country for 6 months. Everything I do here is different. So and travel nurses, they only get 2 days orientation. So I went to this hospital, first time travel nurse, and I'm like, how am I gonna do this? But the hospital was awesome. Everybody was welcoming. The culture was phenomenal. Everybody tried to help you. It was the best place I've worked at since being here, because since I've been here, I've worked that job that my agency got me, that I was doing the night shift. It was terrible. They didn't treat international nurses properly. So I had to leave that job. I got another job where I got the day shift, but it wasn't working out. So I'm like, I need to go on my own. So this was the best job yet, right? This travel assignment was the best job yet. So 6 months being here, able to leave my agency, able to become a travel nurse. So I'm like, this is getting better, because you know, travel nurses gets, you know, so it was getting a bit better. And my assignment was like 20 minutes down the road, right? So that was good. I worked my travel assignment for a period of time, and I was able to sort out things how I want. So I moved into a bigger house, and I got my kids stuff that they needed, that was essential, and we went on trips. So for winter, they told me, guess what? It doesn't snow in Nashville. So you're gonna have to go out if you want to see snow. I want to give my kids the best of everything. I want them to have experiences that I promised them they would get when they come here. So we're like, all right, let's go on a road trip. We drove from here to New York. We stayed about 2 days in New York, and then we drove from New York to Maine, all the way in Maine. So we're moving from the south, and we went all the way up north. So you know, we got all the snow we could imagine. Snow was not what I expected. I don't like the snow, but the kids loved it. Came back to Nashville, and guess what? It was a whole lot of snow out there. Yes, so we got a lot. We had a whole lot of snow because we went north, and then we came back down here, and guess what? It was a whole lot of snow. But we had a beautiful Christmas. It was very nice. Yeah, so that's that. As a travel nurse though, what I realized, nobody told me about the rules. Nobody told me about the pros and the cons of the travel nurse. So did the travel nurse, you're able to save some money, able to go places, buy some stuff that you need, your everyday stuff, right? But you can't use it to do, for example, get a mortgage for a house. You won't get pre-qualified because lenders think that travel nurses are unstable. If you're gonna get a mortgage as a travel nurse, maybe you're gonna have to be working with the same company for a whole year. And even if you're working with the same company for a whole year, you cannot get it unless you're doing a local travel, because you don't pay enough taxes. And in this country, if you don't pay enough taxes, then you cannot make it. So as a travel nurse, what you get is a stipend, and that stipend is not taxed. So your base pay will look like you're making something really low because majority of it is a stipend that you don't pay tax from. So you bring home all of that. So if you're gonna try to get a house as a travel nurse, you're gonna have to take something local where you don't get that stipend. You just get it at a base rate and you pay all the taxes. Nobody told me that, and it wasn't until I was in the home buying process that I realized this is how it is. So there are pros and cons of being a travel nurse. There is so much some of us don't know. So as a new travel nurse, if you're anyone who's a new travel nurse, if you're trying to venture out there, get the pros and the cons. Get what you can do and what you can't do. But that's where we're at in our family right now. We're in the home buying process. So we've been here for 1 year and 2 months. I'm able to pay off my agency that's brought me to this country, and I'm able to buy a house. So that is awesome. We're coming from crying and not knowing if we want to be in this country until here we are right now in the home buying process. We just signed a contract to get a house. So guess who's super excited? I am super excited. But as I said, it's been a process. It's been ups and downs, but we are here, and I can say that we are striving, we're doing well, and it's just phenomenal right now. Again, thank you guys for joining me today. That's the most I can say today, but thank you for joining. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, ask me questions if you need to, and you're gonna see a video right now that's like a little snapshot of what our family has been doing on this journey. Thank you all so much. You do have a wonderful day, and please remember, like, share, subscribe.
Not flying as yet.
We were strangers starting out on a journey, never dreaming what we'd have to find in the sky. And here we are.
You wanna take off now? Gonna go real fast? Real fast?
At the beginning.
No one told me I was going to find you. Sit down. Unexpected, what you did to my heart. When I lost hope, you were there to remind me
This is the start. And life
is a road and I wanna keep going. Love is a river, I wanna keep flowing. Life is a road now and forever. Wonderful journey. I'll be there when the world stops turning. I'll be there when the storm is through. In the end, I wanna be standing at the beginning with you.
we were strangers on a crazy adventure.
Never dreaming how our dreams would come true. Now here we stand, unafraid of the future.